And there's actually 6 companies that are doing the vaccine. I had contact with 3. We not only had contact with Pfizer Pharmaceutical, which is another evil company, and I had November 2007 documents sent to me by a whistleblower in New Jersey at a health park there, which is, believe it or not, in a mall, that was playing around with H1N1, which is resurrected by the government, by, USAMRIID and CDC, etc. And they're also playing around with H5N1 and recombinants, and they're playing in mouse embryos and mouse hybrid embryos, okay? Most human hybrid embryos, where it's your part human, part mouse, okay? They're doing all kinds of ghoulish experiments.
And by the way, listeners, if you're ignorant about this, don't roll your eyes. Just Google animal-human hybrids. In fact, Google it right now, because the general public still doesn't know they got chimpanzee humans, cow humans, spider humans, goat humans. They've got these creatures that might have 20 different animals in them, plants, insects. Pull up a human-mouse hybrid. Let's show folks that. And that's how they help make up a mouse pox that has a 90% kill rate in Homo sapiens sapien.
With food prices soaring to all-time highs, as the dollar continues to fall in value, what can you and your family do to guarantee that fresh, nutritious vegetables will make it to your dinner table? Garden in a Can. Garden in a Can is your source for premium, long-term storable seeds. Garden in a Can is ready when you are. Plant them now or store them for when you really need them. There are 16 large, hermetically sealed, non-hybrid, open-pollinated packets of seeds, along with detailed planting instructions sealed in a can for ultimate long-term protection. Garden in a Can. It's that simple, fresh, healthy, easy. Only $69.95 for over a half acre of safe, fresh vegetables, ready when you are. Stop procrastinating and start preparing with Garden in a Can. For more details, visit gardeninacan.com today. That's gardeninacan.com or call 866-598-7396, 866-598-7396.
In the New World Order's war against humanity, Barack Obama is the tip of the spear.
We've got to have a civilian national security force that's just as powerful, just as strong, just as well-funded.
The Obama deception completely destroys the myth that Obama is working for the best interest of the American people.
Well, Obama's already fudging. He's fudged since day one in this election.
If you have a demagogue with a fanatical mass movement of personality cultists who is imposing the program of a group of extreme bankers and finance oligarchs, that's fascism.
It's not about left or right. It's about a one-world government. This film documents who Obama works for, the lies he has told, and his real agenda. Get your copy of The Obama Deception today at Infowars.com or download it in super high quality at PrisonPlanet.tv. The Obama Deception. The people strike back.
Have you ever felt like the United States government knows way too much about your financial affairs? I continue to hear stories about property seizures, frozen bank accounts, confiscation of stocks and bonds. It makes me wonder if the U.S. citizen will ever again have the right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Unfortunately, with the Drug and Money Laundering Act, the IRS Revenue Ruling 6045 of 1984, and the Trading with the Enemy Act and Franklin D. Roosevelt's Executive Order of 1933, some precious metal holdings are subject to government intervention. For this reason, Midas Resources has prepared a report explaining the boundaries of trading precious metals privately. Whether if you have any intention of trading with Midas Resources or not, I have instructed my representatives to give this report out free. Call for your free copy at 1-800-686-2237. When investing, always proceed with caution. Again, call 1-800-686-2237. Exercise your legal right to trade metals privately. 1-800-686-2237.
Before you throw away your used batteries, you need to listen to this. Now, going green can save money. Go green and save money by giving life to your used batteries by charging them with the Renaissance Charger. The Renaissance Charger uses a new revolutionary battery charging technology that effectively extends the life of new batteries and gives new life to used batteries. Invented by legendary audio genius John Bedini, this unique and patented charging system rejuvenates the electrochemical plate structure in the battery without additives, increasing capacity quality and maintaining cell integrity. Renaissance Charge offers a full line of products made in the USA for all types and sizes of batteries. Find out why our customers tell us the Renaissance Charger is the only battery charger they will ever use. Save your money. Save the environment. Visit us online at r-charge.com. That's r-charge.com, or call us at 989-637-4179. That's 989-637-4179. Be a part of the revolution today.
All right, I want to thank Justin in Mexico City. We'll stay in contact with him day to day as our contact there with what's happening. We'll pray for you, Justin. We appreciate you, and congratulations on your newborn daughter, but not just somebody from Mexico City, but somebody that was in a hospital. We'll take more calls for Dr. Deagle. Doc, time will tell with all of this as it unfolds, but there is no doubt that the globalists have engineered past plagues, that bioweapons have been used by governments to wage siege against populations since 1500 BC. And I've got the historical text here I want to go over coming up in the next segment. And we know they stand to gain from this, and I've been saying the last few months, there's no way they can get their agenda through politically raping the people, financially raping the people, unless they stage crises and then can pose as saviors and make people so worried about their very lives that they will accept the transition to open world government, which is now happening. And that's clearly going on right now. So whether this is real or hyped, they are using it. People aren't talking about Obama being for torture or leaving the troops in Iraq that was coming to a head. They're not talking about the $12.8 trillion that's been stolen by the banks. Mexico isn't on the verge of revolution anymore. This is just a godsend for the New World Order. And then you have all these drills and all these preparations in a crescendo leading up into March and April, and now all this happening. I mean, you put it all together, and just the evidence just stacks and stacks. And then we know they're lying about the real number of deaths and illnesses, saying everything's fine, but then acting scared to death. This is just really wild.
Let me read a letter, actually, that's in a news report from Mexico by a respiratory specialist published literally 2 days ago. Dr. Antonio Chavez, a doctor working in Mexico City, and I'm going to quote,
that's BBC. That's BBC. Go ahead.
Yeah. I'm a specialist doctor in respiratory diseases and intensive care at the Mexican National Institute of Health. There's a severe emergency over the swine flu here. More and more patients are being admitted to the intensive care unit. Despite the heroic efforts of all the staff, doctors, nurses, specialists, etc., patients continue to inevitably die. The truth is that antiviral treatments and vaccines are not expected to have any effect, even at high doses. It is a great fear among the staff. The infection risk is very high among doctors and health staff. There is a sense of chaos in other hospitals, and we do not know what to do. Staff are starting to leave, and many are opting to retire or apply for holidays. The truth is that mortality is even higher than what has been reported by the authorities, at least in the hospital where I work. It is killing 3 to 4 patients daily and has been going on for more than 3 weeks. This was reported on the 26th.
And it's now confirmed that the Mexican government, AP reports, knew about this March 18th. Go ahead.
Right. It is a shame, and there is great fear here. Increasing younger patients, aged 20 to 30 years, are dying before our helpless eyes, and there is great sadness among health professionals here. And this is from Alvaro Ricardez, Oaxaca City, Oaxaca, Mexico, in the capital.
And then he went on to say, they're covering it up because they don't want to cause panic, but I think it's better at this point to go ahead and just tell the truth.
Exactly, and close the border, too, because these cases, the real high pathogenic ones, will come to San Diego, will come to Texas.
Here's the issue then. You're saying it's going to come to Texas and it's going to come to California.
Oh, yeah, it's coming real quick.
What I'm saying is, what is going to happen? So we're going to find out soon, though. If it's only Mexicans dying, then we know this is race-specific. What if it starts, killing people? Then we know we're in deep trouble.
Oh, yeah. In this capital of my state, Oaxaca, there is a hospital closed because of a death related to the porcine influenza. In the papers, they recognize only 2 people dead for that cause. My friends working in the hospitals or related fields say that the situation is really bad. They are now talking about 19 people dead in Oaxaca, including a doctor and a nurse. They say that they got shots, but they were told not to talk about the real situation. Our authorities say nothing.
Well, did you hear the Mexico City fellow saying 21 people died in the hospital he was in?
Yeah, I'm sure the numbers are far worse. Now, here's the real problem. If we have a high pathogenic flu, we don't know how many of these lethal genes. And if we had the gene clades, if they were published, we'd say, okay, it's acquired the PB2 gene. It's, let's say, got the polybasic amino acid on the H gene so it can grow in the brains. Now, here's how sneaky this virus is. This virus can incubate in your body, and they've already known this. Homeland Security knows it can grow 8 to 10 days, and you can be shedding virus. You don't have a temperature.
That was my
don't
next
have a cough,
point. Is
don't
that
have anything.
Yeah, well, it takes a while to get this long incubation, which is really bad. And
Right.
then people are sick for weeks and weeks and weeks. Speak to that.
Yeah, and it not only is sick, but the people that recovered, by the way, from the 1918 flu, they developed frozen man syndrome, which is caused by damage to the tectum of their midbrain. They developed Parkinson's disease, and they developed a very aggressive form of dementia years or decades later. I took care of them in the 1970s that developed these syndromes after surviving the 1918 swine flu pandemic.
All right, let's blitz through phone calls on the other side. Our final segment with Dr. Deagle, MD, and we're going to go directly to your calls. Tom, Chris, Tony, Mark, Amber, and others. 1-800-259-9231. Phone blitz coming up. I'll recap all the top stories. We are pretty much exclusively covering this flu